What's up guys, Spinax here, and today I'm doing a review of my new Burn controller. I'm gonna start off by giving you kind of a rundown on what has been going on with my order and why I'm actually really upset with the way the Burn controller support has treated me. Then I'm going to talk about the actual controller and compare it to my SCUF controller. Okay, let's get started. I ordered my Burn controller at the end of November. A few days later I received an email which said that I have to send them some kind of verification to prove that I actually live at the address I told them. So I sent them everything they needed on the 1st of December. At that time they guaranteed to deliver within 4 weeks. Then, somewhere around the 15th of January, I ordered a second controller for one of my friends, but this time with a different credit card. Once again I received an email that I had to verify my address, but because I still hadn't received my first controller at that time, I sent them an email where I asked 2 things. And you have to listen closely now, because shit's about to go down. I asked them what's going on with my first order, and whether or not I have to verify my address again, because after all, I already did that when I ordered my first controller. Their answer was, "We have just received your email on January the 13th, or something like that. And we will start to build your controller soon. For your second question, no, you don't have to verify your address again." Okay, I guess you can already imagine how hard I was raging back then. You have to understand that my SCUF controller was completely broken at that point, so I was forced to use a standard PS4 controller. I sent that email on the 1st of December, and they tell me they got it midway through January. How the actual fuck is that supposed to work? Emails don't have a delay of 6 freaking weeks, okay? Like, I was expecting my controller to arrive soon, and they straight tell me that they haven't even started yet. Someone on their end has fucked up really bad. As heated as I was, I immediately responded by sending them a screenshot of my email with the date I sent it on top. I asked them how a delay like that can happen, and asked for an explanation. The only answer they got was, "We don't know." Okay, let that sink in for a minute. They guaranteed a delivery time of under 4 weeks. After 6 weeks, I asked them what is going on, and they respond with, "We don't know." Like, what? What's wrong with those guys? I actually did believe that that was happening at that time. But at the end, I decided to just wait and hope it arrives soon. So I waited and waited and waited. It was almost the end of February, and I still hadn't received anything. Even if they would have received my email on January the 14th instead of the 1st of December, they have not kept their promise of delivering within 4 weeks. Again. Towards the end of March, I started to get really heated again. So I contacted them and asked, where's my first order? And where's my second order? What is taking you so long? I also told them that I expect an email where they explain to me how all of this happened. Now listen to their answer. You received an email that you have to verify your address for your second order back in January. We are still waiting for that. Okay. At that point, I was so mad that I actually had to laugh. It was that "you have just been fucked" kind of laugh. You remember that I actually asked whether or not I have to verify my address again, right? And they told me that I don't have to verify it again, right? Well, I guess not. I really don't know what else there is to say. I sent them the email with the information they needed, and finally, on the 1st of April, I received the controller I ordered back in November. I think it's actually ironic that it had to be the 1st of April, because the only joke I could think of at that time was the company named Burn Controllers. But that wasn't the end of the story. After all the waiting, after all the rage and all the pain, they actually managed to somehow fuck up my controller. Don't get me wrong, it's nothing that makes the controller unplayable. It's just that the back color is a light grey instead of black, and I got those weird spider pedals instead of the standard ones. The funny fact is that there was a paper in the box together with the controller, and I don't really know how it's called in English, but it had like every button of the controller listed together with its color. And on that paper the pedals and the back of the controller were correct. But someone working at Burn Controllers made crosses behind every single button. You know, as if they have checked it and everything was correct. But they probably didn't even look at it. Okay, I'm gonna stop there and start talking about the quality. I'm not gonna lie, the quality is good. It's really good. The pedals feel nice, and even though the touchpad is a little bit broken, I'm satisfied with the overall quality. It's probably better than the quality of SCUF. I can't really speak about the durability, because I only had it a little bit longer than 1 week now. But I expect it to be similar to the SCUF controller, which lasted about a year before it started to break apart. Now coming to the end and giving you my closing thoughts. Obviously, I can really just speak for myself, but I will never ever buy a Burn controller again. I think all the bullshit they pulled up, giving me wrong information, not really responding to my emails, delivering way slower than they promised, and the fact that the controller wasn't even the way I ordered it in the end, just heavily outweigh the quality, which really isn't that much better than the quality of a SCUF controller. In the end, it's your choice. If you want to buy a controller with pedals on the back, I would recommend going with SCUF. I never had any problems with them. You order, they deliver. No questions asked. I might actually buy myself a new SCUF, because every time I see my Burn controller, I just start to get mad again. Because I remember all those bad memories I had while waiting for that controller. But if someone is interested, I might do a giveaway with my current Burn controller as soon as my SCUF arrives. So, that's all I had for today's video. Sorry for uploading late again. I don't really have an excuse this time. I was just too lazy, to be honest. But the next video is definitely going to be up next Friday. And as always, if you've liked this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!
The 54 Immortals crush all opposition.